Welcome. My name is Holly Coons, and I have the great honor of being the inaugural director of the new Fine Arts Center at Christopher Newport University. Welcome to the sneak peek hard hat tour of this amazing new facility. We can't wait to welcome you into this building.
At Christopher Newport University, we believe that the mission of this new Fine Arts Center is to really see art as a transformative vehicle to engage the university community as well as the public through excellence in exhibitions and programming. Many people ask, why a museum? Why blend a museum and a fine arts center together? Museums are important because they're informal learning environments for people to deconstruct an idea and form a new one without the fear of retribution or judgment by a teacher. Good exhibitions can inspire us. Sometimes they challenge our preconceived notions, but most often they broaden our outlook of the world around us. Welcome to the new Fine Arts Center here at Christopher Newport University. Welcome to the sneak peek tour. It's my pleasure to welcome you to our new home. Now remember, this is an active construction site, so watch your step.
It's ironic that we start the story of this building here because the story of this project didn't begin here. Back in 2013, when CNU forged a relationship with the Peninsula Fine Arts Center, the idea was to put an addition on the back of the Ferguson Center. But then as we did a study and we tried to figure out how to do that, the building was very tight on that site and was difficult to get it to fit the way it needed to. And so President Tribble, came up with the idea of putting the building here, and that was one of the most strategically brilliant moves because what it allowed the building to do is to complete the vision of the Fine Arts Center and to connect to the main campus in a way that the other location didn't allow. Let me explain. This building was built by a famous architect, I.M. Pei, the Ferguson Center, and it was built early in the process of the transformation of Christopher Newport University. Then President Tribble began to work on the main campus, and we became involved early on when we did McMurrin Hall. And the Great Lawn and all the things you see today and that Roman architectural character that's so much a signature part of this campus was developed as that campus evolved and transitioned. But the Ferguson was always its unique own building and its own precinct on the campus. By bringing the building to this location, we were able to bring those two vocabularies, those two architectural expressions together in a way that was never going to be possible by putting an addition on the rear of the Ferguson Center. Now, the way we did that was that we recognized that I.M. Pei had a vision for bringing that signature arcade, that abstract arcade, that so much is the Ferguson Center, around to where we have stopped it here. That was always a part of his original vision. And so we wanted to complete that. But then the main campus has always been a neoclassical campus. President Tribble always wanted this campus to be an expression of a classic American campus. And so we have been developing that and building buildings here to do that and to create the Great Lawn all around a Roman architectural expression. What we've never been able to do is to create a Greek expression on campus. And particularly related to the arts, if you look at the arts, theater, and so forth, the foundation of so much of what we understand in Western art and culture came out of the Greek society. And so this building gave us an opportunity to create essentially two fronts. A front to the campus, the main campus, in a Greek expression, which brought that vocabulary onto campus and allowed this building to be a backdrop to the chapel and a complement to the new expansion of the library. But then on this eastern side, to then bring the I.M. Pei vision to completion and to link that to the Ferguson and essentially bring the two campuses together in a synergistic and connected way. So we are so excited the way this building can marry, in a way, the campus together and to create a center for the arts that is also a center for the community and a center for students and a center for all types of activities to happen right in this lobby that we see here as a way of really joining together so many elements within the campus.
I want to welcome you to the Children's Interactive Gallery, which is yet another space that we inherit from the Peninsula Fine Arts Center. There, their Hands-On for Kids gallery has been dedicated to pre-K through 12th grade programming. And here we hope to do the same thing, but even expand the opportunities for young people. One feature that I want to show you, it looks a little kind of crude or rude in the moment, is this recessed area here. Sometime soon in the near future, this is actually going to be a glass paint box, which will allow young people to come in and paint on the walls, something your parents never let you do at home, but something that is essential to teaching creativity to young people. In addition to that, we'll have stations throughout the room, including stop motion animation stations. We will have areas for doing 3D modeling. And over here, we'll have actually even a quiet space, a space for students and young people, sometimes who need a little quiet or a little extra space just to kind of connect with themselves, to relax and to enjoy sort of all that art has to offer. Adjacent to the Interactive Children's Gallery is actually this dual classroom. This looks like one huge space, but someday, very soon, there's going to be a foldable accordion wall here that will divide the space in two. This space is designed for school-age programming, when school tours will come to the Fine Arts Center for tours of the exhibitions upstairs, but also for classes and interactive activities. This is also where we hope to have summer camps for young people, again, sort of continuing the education of young people in the arts throughout the Peninsula of Virginia. And here we are in the Museum Ceramics Studio. This is a very important part of programming at the Peninsula Fine Arts Center, and it's one that we are going to continue to do here at the Fine Arts Center at CNU. This will be one day a space full of pottery wheels, ceramic studios, and a very sort of exciting space for exploring three-dimensional art.
Well, this is the theater. It's 150 seats, and it's one of the key components to this connection between the students and the community, because in this space here, we can house lectures, we can have community events, we can have guest speakers come, artists come and share their story of the art that's being displayed in the galleries above. So it's a great opportunity for Christopher Newport to connect not only the students to the art, but the community to the arts as well. So this theater is a key part of the strategy that CNU had for making this center a place of connection, both with the campus and the community.
And now it's my pleasure to welcome you to the new home of some of our academic spaces here in the art department. I'm standing inside what will be very soon our brand new ceramics space. This is a space dedicated to students who will work with clay. They'll learn pottery, they'll learn hand building, they'll learn glazing and advanced ceramics techniques. This is going to be part of a new wing dedicated to three-dimensional art. Adjacent to this room is our brand new sculpture studio, which will support students learning 3D, both 3D modeling with 3D printers and in traditional materials, sculpting with plaster and clay. And even a very exciting expansion for us is now the ability for students to learn metal casting, because right around this corner are a couple of really neat features. Let me show you. Through this door right here, we'll have a series of brand new kilns, which will allow and support our students both in the clay area and in the Museum Studio Art School, students working with clay. But beyond that, we have a very special room, which is called a high temperature casting room. And this is a very experimental, exciting space for students to learn how to do metal casting in the tradition of lost wax casting technique. I wanted to take you outside to show you some of the incredible features that we have outside the building in addition to the new spaces that we have. I'm standing just outside the ceramics and the sculpture studios, and here we have a courtyard which will one day also be an outside experimental classroom for our students. Look behind me. Look at this beautiful vista of main campus. What a gorgeous view. We are so lucky. And in front of me stands the entranceway. This will also sort of double as our loading dock for the museum. So all of the art that comes to be on exhibit in the museum will also come right through this pathway.
This courtyard is a great opportunity to talk about how this building has brought together the campus in its materials and the use of its character and so forth. Because as you can see, the building behind me in the distance represents more of the traditional campus, and we brought that in. As I talked about, we have a Greek influence to that, but that part belongs with the chapel and the main campus as a backdrop and an edge to the traditional part of the campus. But then we also connected this building to the Ferguson Center by using the materials and the characteristics and styles of those two buildings to bridge this together and to then bring the vision of Paycobb Freed together and to continue it. And so that iconic arcade, that wonderful play of light and shadow that comes in the I Am Pay arcade now completes the suite and invites one to continue down and to explore the arts further as it gets to the end of the arcade and we enter into the lobby of the new building.
One of the spaces that we're really excited to show you here on the second floor is one of the studio art classrooms that has been designated for museum programming. This stems out of our partnership with the Peninsula Fine Arts Center, a partnership that was forged in 2013 and in which we inherit a robust and strong programming tradition dedicated to a studio art school, programming for young children, and even classes for people of all ages, even Lifelong Learning Society. Here, let me show you one of the classrooms that will be used for both drawing, painting, and even potentially photography classes. And I think Lothar promised me some type of hanging system in some of the hallways.
Yeah, oh yeah, so this would all be potential for art.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And these would be the art history classrooms.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
This is one of the spaces we're most excited about. It's the gallery. It's a flexible 7,500 square foot gallery that allows us to bring a number of exhibits and art shows into the museum, whether that's from outside or whether that's an in-house production done by students or done by people within the community. And one of the things that allows us to have this kind of flexibility, now we have wonderful lighting system that's going to be able to adjust. We'll have movable walls, a series of walls that can allow the gallery to reconfigure to different types of gallery experiences depending on what the exhibit requires. And to do all of that, one of the things that we're really excited about is that we have a large freight elevator. We went to the Virginia Museum of Fine Arts and looked at the size freight elevator they have in their facility, and we essentially matched that with a 10-foot by 12-foot elevator that comes directly from the loading dock in and allows us to bring large objects up to this second floor gallery. So we can bring all types of traveling exhibits into this facility and make it available to both the students and the community.
And now we're on the second floor. So I want to introduce you to some of the spaces that we have here. I'm standing in the hallway right behind the exhibition space, the large gallery that Randy introduced you to. Here we're going to have museum offices, we're going to have the art department main office, but we're also going to have some really exciting classrooms. We are devoting this wing to photography and new media. Inside this room here we have a traditional dark room classroom and studio Darkroom photography is the hallmark of a good photographer, learning sort of the basics of photography. And we are proud to be able to say that we're going to be one of the few colleges in Virginia that are still going to have darkroom photography on our curriculum. Let's keep going. I want to show you a few more things. Inside this space, we're going to have a really exciting new classroom dedicated solely to digital photography and video art, which is one of our most growing areas in the art department. Just this year, we've now dedicated ourselves to a concentration solely to photography and video art because it is so popular amongst the students here at CNU. Let me show you a couple other interesting things. At the end of this hallway, we're going to have a digital production lab. It's a space where they can come and print their photographs, as well as frame and mat and learn how to finish some of their pieces. And this all ties in with the space right around the corner here. This is going to be our new digital media lab. This is a space where students will come and learn new media and design, graphic design specifically. This is one of the biggest areas of growth in the art department. This is something that we get asked all the time at open houses. And this is one of the areas where several of our students have gone on to lead very robust professional careers. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the third floor. This is what will be the true heart of the art department here at CNU. I'm standing in the 2D studio. Two-dimensional art is the foundation of learning a good art curriculum. And so here I'm standing in a classroom that will be taken by freshmen and sophomores as they begin their art career. It's also the space where our seniors will explore their capstone course in their senior seminar. On this floor, we have some really exciting spaces where we boost up the traditional arts, painting, drawing, printmaking, and expanded opportunities for our art students.
This lobby is a dramatic new addition to a campus that has a wonderful array of interior spaces. But this is one that is different than anything else we've ever done on campus. It brings together the two styles of architecture. We have something called a tholos, which is an expression of Greek architecture. It's a circular space, usually covered with a dome or open to the sky. And it's a place of learning, a place of gathering. And it's also got the modern expression of glass that is tied to the Ferguson Center and this idea of modern glass. Take a look. Now, one of the things that this lobby will allow us to do is to have all sorts of events. We can have not only the greeting of guests as they come to visit the museum, or the speaker come and make a presentation about what's in the gallery, but we can also hold special events. We can have socials. We have a caterer's kitchen right on that side there that will allow us to cater events here. But the main thing is day to day, students have a space they can come to. They can gather, sit, talk, express ideas, exchange ideas back and forth. So it's a place of collaboration, a place of coming together, a place of connection, so that students, the community, and the faculty can all use this lobby as a place to bring the arts alive at Christopher Newport University. The dome is done by a company called Novum, and it's nothing like German engineering to get something this precise built. We work with that company in a very collaborative way, building three-dimensional models of this, all of the connection plates, all of the sizes of glass, in order to lay out this expression of the three sails of these cascading domes as it came down. The glass itself is fritted, it's got UV protection, it's got safety glass, it is triple layer, it's very insulated, so it protects against thermal load, it protects against UV infiltration for art in the room, so it's a very sophisticated glass system and a very sophisticated system of structure integrated by working with this company out of Germany. And Whiting Turner has done an amazing job of erecting this to make this one of the most exciting elements to be built, not only on this campus, but in our state in recent times.
Thank you so much for joining us for this sneak peek into some of the spaces in our new Fine Arts Center. I am so excited for this building to be completed in spring of 2021, and I hope that now that you've had a little taste, you are too. This building is going to be truly magnificent, and I can't wait to show the rest to you once it's finished.
I hope you enjoyed your sneak peek tour of Christopher Newport University's new Fine Arts Center. We will be opening in 2021, and I look forward to welcoming you to this amazing new facility.